favorite moment so far was when we first got to the trip and God just opened my eyes about how materialistic that we are in America and how little these people had, but how blessed they were by God because they had exactly what they needed, and He just blessed them so much, and it just really opened my eyes to how much love they had.
At first on this trip, I was afraid that the kids would be scared of me or something, but they're really nice, and I just love playing with them.
My favorite part on the trip was when we got to play with the kids and communicate with them, and they weren't shy at all, and I really loved that. And even though we don't know a lot of Spanish, we were still able to communicate with them and know their names and their ages and stuff.
My favorite part on the trip was seeing how happy the kids were with so little they had, and seeing their smiling faces every day, and it was just awesome.
So I don't think I can really name a favorite part, but everything's been so new and so awesome and so blessed by God, and I'm just thankful to be here and serve God.
This trip's been amazing for me, my family, and all these students, and the Impact Ministry here has just been overwhelmingly welcoming, and every Guatemalan here has just been smiling on us, and it's just been amazing the kindness and generosity they've shown towards us, and it's just a breath of fresh air from someone from America.
So one of my favorite parts of this trip so far is when I was sick. Well, not the part when I was sick, but what I did when I was sick. Because me and Trey, since we couldn't go up to worship, we had our own little worship, and we had our prayer, and I felt like I grew a little bit more spiritually, and my friendship with Trey grew a little bit more.
My favorite moment has been just watching these 15, 16, and 17-year-old students completely change and grow in their relationship with Christ.
My favorite moment was today. We had to grade a kitchen by hand, and I was grading it with an Impacto staff member, Manuel, and just to get to know him and talk to him, even though I spoke very poor Spanish. We were joking around and just realized that who we were serving and why we were doing what we were doing, building a kitchen for these children of the community.
My favorite moment was giving the Guatemalans new shoes so they could use them, and I felt like I impacted them.
My favorite moment was just meeting the abuelos, which is old people. They were just so nice and thankful for everything, and they just were so welcoming, and it just made all of us feel really good.
Hey, my favorite moment on this trip has just been the way the whole team has cared for each other. How they bonded together, and they've just worked, made their tails off, really. And it's just been an amazing thing without any complaining. And we're just really blessed to have this group of students and leaders.
In small group, we talk a lot about growing deeper in our faith. One of my favorite moments was seeing some of our kids, your kids, grow deeper in their faith by actually being the hands and feet of Jesus, serving every day with smiles on their faces. So that's been a great experience for all of us.
My favorite part of this trip has been growing deeper relationships with the Impacto staff and getting to work with a church in another country.
And for me, it's been seeing my amazing wife do amazing things with kids. She's amazing at teaching, so I just love getting to watch her in her element and just blessing the kids here with that. So it's been a great trip. All right. My favorite moment has been just coming back for the second time and continuing relationships where they left off with people like Pedro, who's kind of that house manager, the Impacto staff, and the other children who just came up to me and who I recognized and had seen growing over the past year.